What's up? Brandon Lilly here. Jumping into the Facebook questions for today. I'm going to start right off with Mike DePoe. Why do you train accessory like a bodybuilder and not with heavy weight and lower reps? Well, let's talk about what you're doing with accessory work. I always lead off in the cube method with the main movement, actually, the competition movement, the barbell, the exact lift as I will perform it in the meet. The only variation that I'll do with this, um, well, there's two of them, and it's for the same purpose. In the deadlift, um, until the meet, I always do my pulls standing on like a half inch or a 1 inch deficit, just because my form doesn't change, but it helps increase the speed off the floor. Every now and then, if I start feeling slow off my chest, where I am usually very fast, um, I'll start with a buffalo bar. But that's irrelevant. Always start with the competition style lift. Now, in the accessory movements, specialty bars, let's talk about what they're actually doing for you. They are developing a weakness, okay? And how do you develop a muscle or how do you develop a weakness? Through repetition. You're not going to you're not going to make yourself stronger by doing singles, doubles, triples with your accessory movements. A good heavy good morning might make you feel good and it might look cool, but what's it really doing? It's not doing anything to make you stronger. What will make you stronger is taking something, say 50, 60% of your max squat, doing 6 to 8 to 10 reps with that, and building the muscles up in the weak areas. If you're doing an arch back good morning, something that I used to do a lot with Jake Anderson at Westside, we would arch our back and go down just until the point where you would start to round over, and then you would arch back. What's a 700-pound lift like that going to do except make you feel better about yourself and prove that you're strong? We already know that you're strong. Accessory work is to bring up weaknesses, bring up deficiencies. Um, and too many guys get away from that. They think it's always got to be heavy, it's always got to be low rep. You're a power lifter, blah blah blah. That's not true. If you want to develop the best that you can, you're going to do rep work on your accessories. For me, I like to do 5 to 6 sets, heavy reps. 5 to 6 sets of higher reps. And as you saw last night, or maybe you didn't, on my days when I'm doing kind of speed work or rep type work, I'll even keep the weight moderate on the accessories just to get the blood flowing to really stretch the muscles out. I've gone fairly heavy on all my lifts recently, and I was so bound up in my chest, like I was just really, really tight. So last night I got in and did a lot of blood flow type work, higher repetitions, and today I feel great. So, it has a purpose, and anybody that always goes heavy, whether it's all the time on their main movement or all the time on their accessories, they're going to burn out fairly quickly. I'm pretty sure that any client of mine or anybody that's running the cube that follows the accessories under the details that I give them, or any program like that, will tell you lighter accessories do more to bring up weaknesses. Peyton Cox asked, "What made me decide to be a powerlifter?" Um, I was in college. I was throwing. I'm a pretty competitive person. I love team sports as far as watching them. I played team sports growing up. My problem with team sports was some motherfucker on my team that didn't want it as bad as I did. And that's still a problem of mine, even in the gym. And, I always hated playing, with the kid, being on the field and they're picking fucking clover out in the outfield or something like that. I never understood that. Like, just, I don't care if your parents want you to play, tell them you don't. Get the fuck off the field. Because I always cared too much about winning. And I mean, even in Pee Wee, if we lost the game on the weekend, I was ruined all week until we got back to the next game where hopefully we won. But I was throwing in college. We were on a pretty good strength program, and I just liked the competitiveness of that. I liked the rawness of it, the aggression of it, and I was just around some really good people that pushed me in a good direction. Had I been at another gym at another time, I may have just stayed a thrower, but because of the situation I was in, it led me to do what I'm doing today, and I love it. John Young, what is the best diet to lose body fat while still getting stronger? The best diet to follow is the diet that you believe in. Um, you know, Obviously you're going to have to do some calorie restriction. Protein and fat are going to be essential. You're still going to need some carbohydrates. I used to be one of those guys that was carb cutting, carb manipulating all over the board. But what I've found, especially working with John Meadows, is just a steady, lower stream of carbs throughout the day seems to work better than the, manipulating part of your day without them and part of your day with them and things like that. Just for me. Caitlin Trout is someone who works out with our gym. She does the carb backloading with tremendous success. Um, if you want to look, like with abs and all that stuff, um, that's up to you. But as a power lifter, and talking to John, I want to be as strong as I can be. I'm not trying to step on a stage and be a bodybuilder. Um, I just want to be as strong as I can be in some reasonable condition, um, and just feel better. So that's what I do with my diet. It's very, very basic. It's very, very clean food. Um, and my weight has come down, and I've stayed stronger. So you've got to believe in what you're doing, and you got to make a plan. Otherwise, you're planning to fail. Javier Ibarra, I hope I said that right. Tips on coming back after months of not training. Well, my question, well, I'm not going to ask you a question. I'm just going to make a statement. I've never not trained. There's never been an injury. There's never been a life circumstance. There's never been a situation where I missed the gym for, more than a day or two, it just doesn't happen for me. Now, I'll try to answer this question as best as I can. If you're coming back, obviously you want to come back slowly. If you jump in and you try to do the same type of work that you were doing before, um, as heavy as you were before, you're going to break down relatively quickly. You're going to burn out. You're going to feel frustration. You're going to feel disappointment. So come back and let your body guide you. Let your body give you the direction on where you need to go with the intensity. I would say come back, do something like a bodybuilding style routine at first. Maybe do the pyramid, 10, 8, 6 type stuff, and then back down 8, 8, 10, 8, 6, 6, 8, 10. Just to get your body used to the wear and tear again. And once you do that, start working up some fives, some threes, some twos. Maybe you hit a single here and there, and then you're back on your way. But I really think, probably a 2-month introduction back into the gym is what you need, just to get over the soreness phase, to get over to the reacclimation of what you're doing, getting comfortable again. And, what's 2 months in the big picture? To me, if you're out of the gym, for a month or two, or, 3 or 4 months, what's 2 more months of taking it easy? Going in and trying to hit it as hard as you can is just going to put you backwards. So get back in there, bust your ass, but be smart about it. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll do this again. Thanks.